Hey guys, welcome back to Archer Jen. I'm so glad you're here. Honk honk, everyone. We have so much to get into. Sorry, my upload's a little bit late. I had to spend time this morning researching this new disaster. We will be talking about Meghan's new podcast. Wowzers. First of all, I'd like to say thank you. A huge thank you. Huge thank you to Chef Matt and a huge thank you to all of you. The response to yesterday's video has just completely blown me away. As mentioned, Chef Matt doesn't have social media, so I've been screenshotting it and sending it over. He just wanted to thank you as well. He is blown away, and so am I by the response. I knew you guys would love him. I knew it. He's so humble and such a nice guy. He's surprised. Seriously, though, thank you so much. If you missed it, go back and watch yesterday's video. I had to sit down with Chef Matt. It went so well, and you guys, so many of you said it's your favorite of my videos. I just can't tell you what that means to me, truly. Thank you. And don't worry, I'm already putting the pressure on to bring him back for another episode. So, Chef Matt, if you're listening, I'm watching. I'm coming for you. Seriously, though, thank you guys for your lovely responses. And rest assured, I have been forwarding them to him. So he's aware of how you feel about him. I'm trying to get him to start up his own YouTube channel. I'll see if I can get the pressure cranked up. Anyway, okay, let's get into today's news, you guys. She's back. And by back, I mean she's never not back. Rebranding again. Yesterday, it was announced this. Guys, help. I'm blinking. Help. Help. Oh, God. She announced Confessions of a Female Founder. No. Okay, so much to talk about. I'm just going to dive right in. This picture. No. So when my friends had messaged me and said, Jen, have you seen this? And I said, no. My first response is that bee's trying to steal my color. She's trying to steal my color. We're not going to let that happen. What happened to the beige? Don't worry. There's still beige in the background. Sorry. I'm saying that way too energetically. Beige. There's still beige in the background. Guys, when I saw this picture, I was texting with a friend of mine and I said, she looks like she got caught picking her nose. And she's mad about it. She's mad she got caught, which, I kind of get that. No, she's mad. She's mad she got caught picking her nose. She won't stop picking her nose, but she's mad that she got caught. So here she is. She's holding on to whatever she picked. Gross. Gross. I don't like that kind of humor, but it's what it looks like. Seriously, what is this picture? Why does she look so pissed off? What does this even mean? We're going to talk about all of it. Again, when your whole life revolves around lemons, your whole life is a lemon and you married a lemon, why not go to Lemonada? I just have so many thoughts on this, but let me just hit the news so that way, in case you don't know, you'll know. So she announced another podcast, is Corn Daily Mail. She launches a series with female founders after Archetypes was axed by Spotify. That's right. She's back. Meghan Markle's return to the airwaves was confirmed with a new podcast that will launch next month after Archetypes was axed by Spotify. Okay. So, yeah. I mean, I'm not going to read this whole thing. You get the idea. Okay. Let me just show you. I'm just stuck on this Confessions of a Female Founder. I'm just going to dive right in. What the hell are we talking about? What has she founded? Everything flops. When I first saw this, my thought was Confessions of a Female Flounder, not founder, which I will get to because I have a shout out for the thumbnail. But founder, it's just so wrong on so many levels. What are we looking at? So I went to her Instagram. Don't do that. Don't give her the clicks, but I did just to see. And guys, here you go. Here it is. I'm going to pull out my phone for a minute because I cannot read that tiny writing on my screen. I'm going to read it to you. And we're all going to roll our eyes. Let me go ahead and warn you that you don't want to get eye strained because you're going to roll your eyes so hard from this as I did. Here we go. I'm so excited to share with you something else I've been working on. Okay, right there. Something else. Like, I'm so busy and important. Look at me. I've got a podcast. It went so well the first time. It didn't. Then I'm doing it again. Confessions of a Female Founder. Okay. All right. I'm going to get to it. Okay, let me read this and then I'm going to get to my thoughts because I have so many thoughts. My new podcast with Lemonada. I've been having candid conversations with amazing women. Have you, though? Because it came out in the last podcast, you weren't having the conversations. It was your producers that had the conversations. You just go back and dub your voice in. Let's see here. Who've turned dreams into realities. Okay. And scaled small ideas into massively successful businesses. Again, I would like to hear from these women. I have no interest in hearing from you. What have you done? Except for marry a doofus. They're opening up, sharing their tips, tricks, and tumbles, and letting me pick. I read that as prick, by the way, which makes me funny. Makes me funny. Which I find funny. Oh my God, I sound like Meghan. I find funny and makes me laugh. Okay. Let's see here. It lets me pick their brains as I build my own business. What business would that be? As ever, you're trying something you failed at and gonna fail again. It's been absolutely eye-opening, inspiring, ... and fun. Exclamation point. Because what's the point if I can't have some fun on this wild adventure? Must we talk in platitudes? Good God. First episode, April 8th. Too bad it's not April 1st for April Fool's Day. Yeah. Oh, shout out to John Witherspoon. Thank you for this, who sent me this lovely message, which is showing me one of the definitions of founder is let me get this. Let me make it a little bigger for you. Here you go. A ship to fill with water and sink. And then the example they gave was 6 didn't make it when the yacht foundered off the Florida coast. I like that they use Florida in there again. I'm from Florida. That sounds right. Or, of a plan or undertaking fail or break down, typically as a result of a particular problem or setback. Can you not think? Thank you, John Witherspoon, for that. Speaking of people that need to start their own YouTube, Chef Matt and John Witherspoon, start your own YouTube. Okay. Anyway, thank you for sending that. I appreciate that. But talk about the most appropriate name for a person ever. Seriously. But I want to talk about this for a minute and get into my thoughts, because this is crazy. So here's my take on it. It's another misstep. It's talking down to women, right? I find this just so completely condescending, hence the confessions of condescension. See what I did there? I find it patronizing. I find it, I thought we were lifting women up. Not so much. I find it condescending, patronizing, all the things. Like, women in business need some special confessional space to spill their secrets, as if they're not already out there like grinding and succeeding. We don't need your help. What can you possibly help with? You do not grind and you do not succeed. I want to hear from successful people. You are not that. It's just completely unbelievable that, of course, she thinks this is her. Again, that picture kills me. But that she thinks that this is that anybody wants to take her advice. If you're giving advice on how to estrange yourself from your family, great. I'll listen. If you want to give advice on how to marry an idiot, great. There you go. You're probably qualified for both of those things. How to grift your way through life. Okay, great. But not this. With Meghan. Again, that Meghan thing. Let's see here. It's just, do we need Meghan to frame it as if there's some big reveal here? There's not. It's just work hard. Get lucky. You know what I mean? Like, not like that. I'm saying, like, there's usually, like, success involves some sort of luck, a whole bunch of skill, knowledge, hard work, dedication, all the things that we all know. She's none of these things. And then there's just the whole brand thing. Confessions of a Female Founder. This might be a dumber name than American Riviera Orchard, if you can believe that. But again, she's hit us with archetypes. She's hit us with Archwell, American Riviera Orchard, as ever. I have a list over here. That's why I keep looking over here, because I got to remember all these names. With Love Meghan, and now Confessions am a female founder. What is happening? It's throwing shit at the wall to see what sticks. It doesn't make any sense. How many names does one person need? Again, it's just apropos of her. You keep calling me Meghan Markle. It's Sussex. Is it though? I don't think you know your own name. Now you're just trying to be Meghan, like you're Sting. Oh, I love Sting. I can't compare Meghan and Sting. But you see what I'm saying? Like, it's so crazy. Madonna. Okay, great. How's that working? No. Ugh. I just find this so ridiculous and so condescending. Um, it starts to feel like there's nothing, there's no cohesion here. There's nothing. It's just all to get attention. I just can't get over how stupid this is. I'm almost like speechless, and that never happens. That's why I'm like tripping over my words, but it's just, there's no cohesion. There's no through line. There's nothing that you know about in business, right? So I would understand if it was maybe two different businesses, but no, there's like 6 things and they all relate back to Meghan. What is this? What is this crap? I don't know. I can't make sense out of any of it. And then that description. All right. I want to give a shout out to Polly Rubino for my thumbnail here. It cracked me up. Confessions of a Female Flounderer. That's how I read it too. I thought this was brilliant. So thank you for giving me permission to use this. Here you go. Flounder. So again, thank you, John Witherspoon, who sent me the definition of this. To struggle mentally, to show or feel great confusion. Well, guess what? I feel great confusion right now because this doesn't make any sense. Who is she to give anybody advice? And what the hell is this name? And what are we doing? Again, with if you fail at something and then just trying to dust it off and do it again. I'm so confused. Anyway, be in serious difficulty. Well, that might be describing Meghan or Harry, either one. All right. I want to give a shout out to the Sidley twins who pointed this out, that there are things that exist. I meant to click on it. Sorry. I want to make these bigger, but Confessions of a CEO. And then I found this one, which is Confessions of a Female Leader. So there are podcasts out there already like this that exist. And I understand that there can be multiple podcasts for the same topic, but these are almost the exact same name. So once again, zero research done, zero work done, zero effort given, zero. Just making these announcements and just not paying attention. I got to give a shout out once again to Lean Mean Machine for this. I love it. I've used it before. Lean Mean Machine is hilarious. Montecito word of the day, lemonada. If you squeeze an old lemon, you get nada. I think that's great. Yeah, I'm just blown away by how stupid this is. Princess Devastellar posted this. Let me make it a little bigger here. And she says, once Rachel got the ring on her claw, all the problems began. WTF. Confessions of a, you can read it, baiting family hater with Meghan. There you go. I think this, they did better on the picture than the original one. But yeah, this is so stupid. So we're going to have another podcast. Okay. Tell me, I would like to know. She'll never be able to do it. What are you doing different there, Maggie Poo? Why do you think this one's going to be successful? You just came off a huge flop with Netflix. You're coming off a huge flop with the archetypes. You don't stick with anything. You're all over the place. So why is this going to be successful? What could she possibly have to say about any of this? And what could she possibly know about being a female founder? Nothing. She's the worst interviewer of all time because she's only thinking about herself and not what her guest is saying. So again, even if I liked Meghan, I'm just thinking like, what is she, why is she getting involved in this? That'd be like me doing a podcast on, I don't know, fly fishing. Never done it before. Know nothing about it. I just want to hear myself talk, So I'm just going to interview fly fishers. But even then, dare I say, I would do a better job than Meghan because I would genuinely be curious. I'd like to know about fly fishing. I'd ask them a million questions and listen to their response and try to add on to what they're saying, as a thoughtful interviewer does. Meghan's just me, 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 me. If nothing else, think about that. That tells me a lot right there. This is the first time I'm really like talking this through. And the old podcast, The Archetypes, that was the thing that went around allegedly. Her what is it? Her producers did the work and did the interviews and stuff, except for the few that she wanted to interview. The producers did it, and I can't remember who spoke up about it. I wanna say it was Candace Bushnell, but I can't remember, and if it is, that's awesome because Candace follows me on Twitter because I used to cover Sex and the City, and I talked about how they ruined the second the revamp of it, and she wrote Sex and the City, and she agreed with me. Well, at least allegedly, because I take it like that because she followed me. Anyway, listen to me being all Meghan about it, but I'm very excited about that fact. Anyway, I think it was her, I may have that wrong, who spoke up and said, "Meghan didn't interview me. It was a producer, and she had like 30 producers on the darn thing." I'm not even trying to be facetious. It was a ridiculous number of producers on the darn thing, but my point is that just shows you everything you need to know. Like for instance, when I talked to Chef Matt, again, thank you, Chef Matt. I know nothing about cooking. I will admit I know nothing about cooking. So I asked him these questions because I wanted to hear his opinion, and he gave excellent opinions. And that's what you do when you talk to somebody that you genuinely want to get to know, is you ask them questions and you go back and forth and you have a dialogue. Meghan is incapable. So again, talk about the worst person to have a podcast like this. It's old Maggie Poo over here. Nose picker over here should not have a podcast. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on this. This is the dumbest name I've ever heard. Can we come up with a new name? What would you name her podcast? Do that in the comments, please. And also, if you want to leave a comment that Chef Matt and John Witherspoon both need their own YouTube channels, leave that in the comments as well. I'll be sure to forward them to both of them. Um, but no, let's rename her podcast. What would you call it? It'd probably be, I just call it Look at Me because that's all it is. Just a look at me show. Listen to me. Oh, that's what it'd be called. Listen to me. I mean, what are we doing here? And I love that she can't escape lemons and beige. She thinks it's like the height of, I don't know, cool or trendy or something. I just think it's so apropos of her personality. Lemons and beige, lemons and beige. All right. Yeah, that's it for me. Guys, let me know your thoughts on all this. I appreciate you so much. I will do a live soon. There's a small chance I might try to do one tonight, Friday evening, but probably not. We'll see. If I can swing it, I will let you know. If not, I'll let you know when I'm able to. I just worked a lot lately, so I'm trying to figure out, I need to take a little break. Listen to me. Again, I sound like Meghan. I'm not being a lazy effing grifter. I just honestly worked around the clock, but it's cool. I love it. And I love you flockers. Um, I'm going to leave this here. I'm talking a lot. Thank you for everything. Thank you, Chef Matt. Thank you, Patreon members. Again, I want to give them a shout out because they've been so patient with me as I work and work and work and work and haven't shared their names properly. Let me share that here and say thank you to my executive geese and ganders, my producers. See, I have 100 producers like Meghan does, except for the differences. I love my producers. I care about them and I listen to when they talk to me. I don't think Meghan is capable of any of that. But thank you, my lovely geese and gators, for supporting the show. If you want to support the show, you know how to do it. Check out Patreon, patreon.com/Real Housewives Recast. That's where you can become an executive producer, as mentioned. I also have Everything's Fine. I had one of you flockers message me recently and pick up the blue mug. That means so much to me. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. If you haven't seen it, check out the merch. I'm so proud of that. It turned out so well. Everything's fine. You have to say it through gritted teeth like Kermit. What else? I don't know. I've been losing my mind at the end of these things and putting in little Easter eggs. So shall we do that again? Here we go. Oh my gosh. Confessions of a Female Founder. Why? Why? It's like, what was it? Oh gosh. I think it was was it pins? There was something that came out that they marketed for females, and it was so condescending. It was like, why? We don't need special pins for females. You're setting us backwards. Why? Why? Why are we doing this? We don't need this. We don't. I'm all for women empowerment. Let's support women business leaders. Great. Fantastic. If you want to talk about the pay gap, I'll talk about the pay gap. You know what I mean? Like there's some stuff there, but oh my God, this is not it. This is not it. And not by this host. Nope, 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 nope. When you haven't earned anything and you're talking about female founders and the things that you've gotten have been on the backs of men from your growing up, your education allegedly paid for by your father, and then the title that you know, what's the word? Flaunt, earned only by marriage? Not earned. That's not even the right word. Given only by marriage? Acquired only through marriage? It's just like, get a clue. She's gonna do a parenting advice podcast next. You know she is. All right. Thanks, guys. Bye. Confessions of a Female Founder. It's the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard of in my life. Dumb.